Hey guys, it's Kad. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a little fun thing and I want to review my Spotify Wrapped of 2021. Now, I won't pretend like this is the first time I'm seeing it and reacting to it. I have had a few weeks to really go through it and reflect over my musical choices of this past year. So without further ado, let's just jump right into my Spotify Wrapped. So the first thing we need to address is my total time spent streaming on Spotify. According to Spotify Wrapped, I have spent 77,181 minutes streaming on Spotify. I feel like that's a lot. It is more than 97% of all Spotify users in Denmark. What can I say? I'm not really surprised. I'm definitely not surprised. Now let's find out what I have spent 77,000 minutes streaming. My top artist of 2021 is Taylor Swift. I'm a little bit surprised, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I do like Taylor Swift quite a lot, but she's not an artist that I listen to frequently. But when I do listen to her, I do listen for a long period of time, so I guess I have long streaming sessions, I guess. In fact, I have spent 2,230 minutes streaming Taylor Swift, and my most streamed song of hers is No Body, No Crime. That, on the other hand, did not surprise me in the slightest. I knew for a fact that if any Taylor Swift song, it would have been No Body, No Crime. Moving on to the rest of my top 5 favorite artists of this year, I have Olivia Rodrigo in 2nd place, I have Megan Thee Stallion in 3rd place, 5 Seconds of Summer in 4th, and Dua Lipa coming in at number 5. This is actually pretty similar to my top 5 last year. I know for a fact that both Dua Lipa and 5 Seconds of Summer were in there. And I think possibly also Taylor Swift. I actually think Dua Lipa and 5 Seconds of Summer were number 1 and 2. Then maybe Taylor Swift in 3rd. And I cannot remember who was 4th and 5th. But let's unpack. So we have Olivia Rodrigo at number 2. To me, that is also surprising because, again, she's not an artist that I listen to frequently, but I guess I have listened to her music quite a lot this year, Driver's License especially. I also streamed her album a couple of times, so I kind of see it. Megan Thee Stallion in 3rd place. I wouldn't say surprising because I do remember listening to her a lot over the summer. I definitely had a hot girl summer going, and I know I streamed her music a lot during the summer months, but for the rest of the year, not so much. Maybe a few times in a couple of playlists. Then there's 5 Seconds of Summer. I know I stream their music a lot because they are my comfort band. They remind me of childhood. It's very nostalgic for me. It's just a very nice feeling. I just like listening to a lot of their older music, like Sounds Good, Feels Good. That era was amazing and I miss it so much. And finally, there's Dua Lipa. Now, she did in fact release the best album of 2020. So, I mean, we're not surprised that I was streaming it. Now, I know this is 2021, but I'm still streaming it because Future Nostalgia, chef's kiss. That album is just so good and so upbeat and fun, and a lot of her songs are actually in my workout playlist, so even if I'm not streaming the album in full, I know I am listening to her a lot. Speaking of songs that I have streamed a lot, coming in at number 1 is Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo. That personally was a shock to me. I already knew that I had streamed the song a lot, but I did not realize it was gonna be my number 1 song. I have streamed this 178 times. I mean, it is a lot for a single song, but I feel like it could have been worse. And for the rest of my top 5, I have The Way You Felt by Alec Benjamin, Plastic Hearts by Miley Cyrus, Girls, Girls, Girls by Fletcher, and Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. Now, I will say I'm actually surprised that Driver's License surpassed The Way You Felt because I had vivid memories of having that on loop. Am I surprised about Plastic Hearts? Probably not, actually. I know it was in my everyday playlist for a really long time. So I see why it would make the top 3. Then there's Girls, Girls, Girls by Fletcher. Now this song came out in October. Keep that in mind. So I have been streaming it non-stop since October until the end of November. I feel like that's really impressive. And finally, I have Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. Now, I am a little bit surprised that it's Good For You. I personally would have thought it would have been Brutal or Deja Vu, but I'm not surprised that the 5th song was also by Olivia. Now, I just quickly want to touch on the podcast that I've been streaming this year, and then I'm going to go into my top 100 of all the songs of 2021. Now, all of the podcasts in my top 5 are true crime, and I'm not surprised in the slightest. Literally, no one is surprised. If you know me, if we talked throughout this year, this is all I've been talking about. I have been binging true crime podcasts, and the one I have binged the most is Serial Killers. I have listened to that podcast for 11,098 minutes. That is quite a lot. But they also have a lot of episodes, so it makes sense when I binged it. My second most streamed podcast of this year was Crime Junkie. This one is personally my favorite of all the podcasts that I listen to. Number 3 is Supernatural with Ashley Flowers. I'll admit, I do like that podcast, but it's a little bit out there. Sometimes the stories are a little bit, you know, supernatural, hence the title. But I listen to it because I love Ashley Flowers. I think she's a great storyteller. She has a very soothing voice as well, and she just captivates you in the way she tells the story, which I really appreciate. Then number 4 is Anatomy of Murder. I think this one is really good. I also really like the hosts of this one. And number 5 is Red Color. Interesting to say the least. Now onto the final part of this video. I'm naturally not gonna go through all 100 songs because no one has time for that. But I do want to give you some honorable mentions of songs that I really like and would recommend if you listen to. So here they are. So the first one is Open or Passionate by Kalani. This song is really good. It has a very nice R&B feel, and I just really like this one a lot. It was actually my number 6, so it almost made the top 5. The next song is called Vices. It's by Mothika, and this one has a really cool vibe to it. I really like it. The next song is 21 by Gracie Abrams. This one is really cute, but also kind of sad. The next song is Easy by Troye Sivan. I love Troye Sivan. If you know me, you know I love him, and I just love his music in general. In fact, I went to his concert in 2018, and I miss it so much. I miss concerts in general, but I definitely miss his. Next on the list is Pain by King Princess. Again, this song also has a pretty cool vibe to it, and I just really enjoy it. And finally, but not least, I have Lucid by Rina Sawayama. I hope I said that correctly. If not, I'm really sorry. This song is a straight bop. Like, this song is in my workout playlist, and it just gets me going. Okay, so it is now time to wrap up this video. I hope this was as fun for you as it was for me. If it was, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. You're awesome, and I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.